General Overseer, Pastor Adeboye, kind of has provoked some supposed ill feelings from the Muslim rights and consent, and they are totally against his own side, because to them he's supposed to be making a prayer that should encompass both sides. You know, is there anything wrong to the side of the prayer that Pastor Adeboye has made?
Our daddy Jew has been in the news for some controversial reasons of late.
Yeah, but his position was very simple. He said he stands with Israel. He's a Christian, by the way.
I saw his tweets and the video before he took it down. What Nigerians fail to understand, Israelis are not Christians.
But they are not.
They are not Christians. They never claim to be Christians. In fact, they don't even like Christians that much because they believe Christianity is an adulterated version of
Islam.
Judaism. Yeah. So while the Muric will say whatever is happening in Israel is not a religious war, we all know that it's a religious war, right? The Zionists hold firm to their own belief, while the Palestinians hold firm to their own belief. If you ask the Zionists, they will say it's their historical land. If you ask the Palestinians, they will believe, oh, this is our land too. So the conversation is very deep. It's very deep, and for the Jew to just come and make that tweet and make that statement, it's more or less, to me, insensitive, quote unquote. And that does not also mean that the Muric, with their own stand, also that it justifies what Hamas did to Israel. You know, the attack on Israelis, while some issues have been happening in Gaza, within the Gaza Strip, I don't think it actually requires that level of callousness meted out on innocent citizens. You know, people just sleeping in their houses and people coming in to, lead that kind of ambush and kill hundreds, upwards of 800 people. There was some group, there was a group that was in a music festival or something. Yeah. They killed everybody there, So everything, this back and forth, war has no victor or vanquish, just like what Gogo said, of blessed memory. Anybody that intends to start a war should know that there will be losses on both sides. So I would always suggest dialogue. Dialogue. But I know whatever it is that has happened right now has further pushed the possibility of dialogue very far away. But I feel the Jew wouldn't have been so direct with his statement. This is a very sensitive issue involving lives and properties, and people have died. Upwards of 3,000, 4,000 persons have died from this. And the figures are never accurate. Yeah. They are just estimates. It's possible that the number of persons that have died are way more. So it's not an issue to dive into without caution. That's my...
Okay, here is the thing about wanting your opinion to be respected and not knowing that another person's own should be respected. If you look around the news about Israel and Gaza or Palestinian issue as the case may be, of course, there are those for Israel and those for the Gaza, or who are even supporting Hamas and Hezbollah directly. But the issue now is for Israel, they are defending themselves. Palestinians say this land, this is a long history here. Come back to Muric and Papa Adeboye. In the first place, if you feel that Adeboye doesn't have the rights to make such statement because he's a Christian, he should do what right do you have to tell a priest whose religion is different from yours to do what he wants to do? Is Muric now saying that Adeboye does not have a right to say, I stand with Israel? Or as a Christian, to please Muric, who is a Muslim, raised on Palestinians, for instance, he must say, I stand with Palestinians too. Is there any law that says I cannot come out to have a choice? Especially when who I am is clearly defined in terms of religion.
There's no law against freedom of expression.
So what is stopping Muric from making their own statement by putting this, other than making it look like Adeboye has committed a crime? Remember, he's a Christian priest.
They are just talking in favor of their own people too. It's a religious thing, irrespective of, like what I said. Muric is trying to make it look like, this is not about religion, but it actually is. If the Palestinians and Hamas were not Muslims, Muric would not be talking.